Hey, Skywalkers.
Hey, everyone.
I didn't do the countdown.
Oh, no.
Is that okay? You know what? That's okay. We're just recording our wraparounds.
Yeah.
Wraparounds today. Wraparounds. Check your mic. Check. That was loud.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
All right.
Yes, it was.
Do we usually see all this hardware?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
You're a
Great.
hardware.
Oh, that's mean.
Okay.
Okay. Well, oh my goodness.
Julie. Stay safe out there.
Stay safe. We've been on the watching you guys.
Yeah, we got
Scary.
the fire watch up.
Yeah.
So if you need any help, let us know. If you need help evacuating, let us know. We'll be there in no time.
Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, we have to record our wraparound. So this will be a real short live stream.
Yeah.
But we're glad you guys are tuning in because we like to talk to people. It always helps us to record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. She is safe.
Oh, okay. Good.
And all the kiddies. And
yeah.
James too?
James, yes.
The kiddies and James.
Yes. Okay. Careful.
What's going on?
My thighs are very sore because I ran 13.1 miles and then I walked around the parks and that's what made
come on. Whose
whose
fault is that?
It is my fault.
Well, then come on.
Okay.
James and the kiddies too. Good. All right, good.
Okay. And Meredith, hi Meredith. Nice to see you too. Okay, after this, we're going to get some pumpkin stuff from Trader Joe's. That is our snack.
Let's do some sharing with that. Things we want to share. The pumpkin episode.
Oh my God. Okay, so Trader Joe's just stocked all the pumpkin stuff like this morning. And guess who was there this morning?
She was waiting outside like she's waiting for a Star Wars film.
I was there.
She wants her pumpkin goodies.
And I went, meh. I spent like over $200 just grabbing all this. I just stocked up. We're going to put some stuff in the freezer.
Normally, I don't like to know how much you spend on things, but you know what? This is okay.
This is okay. It's food. I mean,
I will authorize that credit card.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. It's our favorite time at Trader Joe's. What is okay? Okay, there we go. All right. So I need you to think about pumpkin and do your clappy claps.
Clappy claps coming up.
Okay. This is what you can look forward to on this freaky episode 482 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers. So how freaky do you want to get with this episode? Well, it's almost Friday, which means only one thing. It's time to body switch. But right now, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah, the marathon woman.
Woohoo! Half marathon. I don't think I'll ever run a full marathon, but yes, just completed the Halloween half marathon at Disneyland. 13.1 miles. Boop, here's my shirt to prove it. I was there. Yay!
And her sore legs are there to prove it as well.
Yes.
Hey, Adam.
Oh,
Adam
nice.
is watching from Australia.
Whoa, and we got Meredith coming in with a hey, and also Julie and James with a hey.
And
excellent.
I think Julie said her kitties are there too.
Oh, yes, absolutely. All right, Skywalkers, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, and pop culture fandom. Also your Freaky Friday fandom. So imagine a big, huge Wookiee hug from us. Especially if you need it this week, and also a little sprinkle of pixie dust. For our family of Skywalkers, know that we are always thinking of you.
And a special sprinkle for Julie and James and the kiddies. Right now, they are out there surviving this fire.
Airport fire,
yes.
I saw Michael Coate, too, posting from that area as well. So any Skywalkers who are being affected, we are thinking of you guys.
Yeah, not safe here in California this week.
No. All right, well, we are live from the sky. Well, we are live on the Skywalking Through Neverland YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and then hit the little bell for notifications. That subscribing really helps. And last week we did ask, we were very close to 9,100 subscribers on
Yeah,
YouTube.
We just needed 7 more.
We just needed 7 more. So did you do it, Skywalkers?
And guess what the Skywalkers did?
What?
They gave us 7 more.
Exactly 9,100 subscribers.
Just like we asked.
That's amazing.
All right, so you know what? Let's just go for 5 more this coming week. Just 5 more.
All right. I'm going to pixie dust sprinkle it to 10.
Oh boy.
9-1. How about 9111?
You know what? If we had another video coming out, then maybe.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
right now we kind of just dumped our load of videos out
Yeah.
already.
That's true.
So them do some more videos. Oh shucks. But get this.
Yes.
We are about 7,000 away from hitting the 1 million mark when it comes to podcast downloads.
Whoa. So this does not include YouTube.
Not
at
include
all.
YouTube, just the podcasting downloads.
Whoa.
We are 7,000 away from the 1 million mark.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
And it does go up every single day. A couple of days ago, we had like a 2,000 downloaded day.
Yeah.
And it shows that I went to go see who was downloading what episodes. It doesn't tell you who, but shows you what episodes were downloaded.
Right.
All over the place.
All over the place. Yeah. It's like new subscribers are subscribing and just downloading random shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know what? It's going up very quickly.
Wow.
I think I'm going to say within like 2 weeks, we'll hit that 1 million mark.
Oh my gosh. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Skywalkers, in this episode, we continue our Step in Time series of episodes where we look back at classic Disney films. Mostly these are live action films from the 60s, 70s, 80s, but sometimes they include animated films. And this week we will be joined by Courtney and Kelly Turkel of the Neverland Clubhouse to compare and contrast the 1977 Freaky Friday with Jodie Foster to the 2003 Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. Wow, it's guaranteed to be a freaky conversation.
Yeah, be forewarned, you're going to hear that joke about 1,000 more times, okay?
And if you've seen the 1977 version Freaky Friday, you just might agree.
All right, now let's get this out of the way. When it comes to the release date, a lot of places online will say 1976, some will say 1977, when it was released just in Los Angeles the second week of December 1976.
Okay.
But it was widely released in January of 1977. So really, it's a 1977 release.
Yes. Okay. And
All
it was right before Star Wars.
Yep, and a week after my birthday.
Yes.
Thank you, Disney.
Oh.
All right, now we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond-level Disney vacation planner travel agency that can help you book your trip to a Disney park around the world or on a Disney cruise. And best of all, this service is free of charge. So head over there to smallworldvacations.com for a no-obligation price quote and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Now we are recording this episode from Long Beach, California on September 9th, 2024. So Richard, what happened today in Star Wars history?
Well, let's travel back 47 years to today, September 9th, 1977. After 13 weeks on the Billboard 200 chart, the Star Wars soundtrack peaks at the number 2 position.
What? So it never got to number 1?
Never got to number 1. It just peaked at number 2 because it was topped by Fleetwood Mac and their album Rumors, one of the biggest albums of all time to this date.
I hate Fleetwood Mac now.
That's like me and Annie Hall.
I know. No, I don't. I've never seen Annie Hall.
Okay, good. And we won't ever listen to Rumors again.
Oh, I was like, I've already listened to Rumors.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
All right, now this 2 LP soundtrack released by 20th Century Fox.
The Star Wars soundtrack.
The Star Wars soundtrack is released in June and goes on to become certified gold and platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. And it goes on to selling 4 million copies
Wow.
and becomes the best-selling symphonic album of all time.
I love that.
Now, I love this album because on the back of it, there was this great illustration of Darth Vader. How timely that is right now.
My parents had this album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember seeing that Darth Vader illustration,
yeah,
like
oh,
in the
yeah.
stars,
In the
right?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and most times Vader was always portrayed in blue, but here he is in that black. And just seeing that image just brings up all my nostalgic feels. You show that image to any original trilogy fan, they'll know exactly where that came from. So you had it when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Do you remember first listening to that? And
I do.
Your father had one of those big giant THX systems before THX was a system.
Yeah. So like my living room. So this is really funny. My mom's an interior designer and my dad is a very tech geeky guy. And so like our living room was a mixture of mom's beautiful interior design, and it's a 2-story living room, right? And they had this beautiful design, like couches and all the draperies matched and everything. But then right kind of 1/4 of the room was these giant Dole speakers or whatever. I don't know.
Dolby
speakers, maybe. My dad would know what the speakers are called, but they were like kind of in the 1/4 of the living room, and it was like the bane of my mom's existence. She hated that the speakers were like taking up her nice living room space. But we had this living room chair, the recliner chair, that was like right by one of those speakers. And I remember just when I saw the Return of the Jedi for the first time, then I like put it together. Oh, like, wait, we have the LP of this soundtrack. And so I put on the soundtrack and I sat in the recliner right next to the speaker and turned it up to 11. And I sat there going,
that's the only way to listen to that album.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was so cool. So yes, I do remember.
I remember it because I vividly remember it because it cost a king's ransom of $7.
Oh, wow.
And I saved up so long for this $7. I had a big jar of coins and I counted it all out to $7. And I went down to John's, the corner convenience store, my home away from home in 1977. And I poured out all this change. And the gentleman there named John, he was counting all of it, and I think
John's was led by John.
It was the John's grandson, John.
Okay.
And he counted up all the change. Took him like 20 minutes, and I think it was like maybe 85 cents short. I want to say 85 cents. And back then, that was not just 85, not just a couple of coins, but that was a good chunk of change. And I was like screaming to the heavens, no, how could this be? I can't get it today. And he said, you know what? I'll give you 85 cents.
Oh,
I couldn't, but that was it. And this gentleman named John, he was one of the most introverted person. I don't think he said more than 3 words to me before that day.
Wow.
So I thought he just hated me, but he was just an introvert. And cut to 40 years later, when you and I, my sister, went to that convenience store, and I was the first time I'd ever talked to him since like the 1970s. And I said, I want to tell you a story. Do you remember this? Hoping he would remember. I'm pouring my heart out. You really helped me. You stepped up that day and gave me that 85 cents so I can go get my Star Wars album. Do you remember that? He's like, no. Just at least fake it. Like, it sounds familiar,
right?
But I don't know. But he's like, no.
Did you give him 85 cents?
No.
Yeah.
Not after that, I didn't. So whenever I pick up my Star Wars album, I always think of that story. The preface to the story.
Say that again. The preface to
the preface to the story, not the part where he forgets that he stepped up and really made an impact on my childhood.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Now.
Well, that was really fun.
All right. So I miss the days when kids would gather around and listen to a symphonic album.
Yeah.
Those days are long gone. I don't think there's been an album. We did a podcast episode about album listening, and boy, those days really ended in like the
Well, yeah, when the digital music became
Yeah.
a thing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. The physical media is like it kind of shifted how we listen to music. Now the thing is you have your earpods, right? Or your what are these?
Earbuds,
Right?
earbuds.
And the big thing is like, especially if you have a crush on someone, oh, listen to my album, and then you like, have the you share the earbuds.
No, you need to gather your friends around, listen, because the Star Wars album was so visual.
Well,
that when you heard the music, you knew exactly what scene it was.
Yeah.
All right, now also on this day
in 2024,
we got the very sad news that we lost another Star Wars icon, James Earl Jones, who became one with the Force at the age of 93. So next week we'll have an episode where we go over his life, talk about some the obscure things that you may not have read about or known about James Earl Jones. We put a post up on our Facebook group, and everyone's been listing their favorite quotes.
Yeah, so we would really love to hear like your favorite James Earl Jones moment, quote, or even if you've met him, you have like some kind of story. We would love to do. We're gonna do like a celebration of life.
Yes.
On the next episode.
Yes, just the way he would like it.
Yeah.
All right, now let's see how freaky we can get by comparing and contrasting Freaky Friday with Freaky Friday.
As we lead into Freakier Friday.
Who has been calling?
I don't know. People are calling us.
All right. Yeah, it got very distracting.
Yeah. All right. We already did this, right? Yes.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So now we're going to do our wraparound. So we're going to do the end. We have already recorded this conversation about Freaky Friday. So Skywalkers, it was really fun. And it'll be out on Thursday. Those of you who are joining us, like Skywalkers Academy. Hello there. Yay.
Oh, Meredith says 9100 for 910. Oh, it's very symbolic.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Dale, you're just waking up now. Come on. All right, well, that wraps up episode 482 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We want to thank Courtney and Kelly Turkel for coming on, sharing their best moments of Freaky Friday and helping us break the films down and going over the nostalgic moments. It was so much fun.
It was a great conversation.
And we want to thank all you Skywalkers in the Sky Chat and everyone who's helping us get to those big numbers every single week. We thank you, and thank you for that. Now, remember, if you subscribe this week, get us to the 9105. We'd really appreciate it. Okay, subscribe.
Yeah, YouTube channel is just search YouTube for Skywalking Through Neverland, and then you can also find us on all our socials at Skywalking Pod. Now, do you have things that you want to share? Well, we do. So you can join us every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube as we share things that we've done this past week. Oh, I've also been posting things we want to share. It's also live on Instagram now. So just so you know, you can check it out there. I know a lot of people follow us on Instagram. Yes. So things we want to share this week. I talked about the Disneyland Halloween Half Marathon. That was fun. And we also talked about James Earl Jones because the news broke like literally an hour before we did that things we want to share.
Yeah, Glenn Stein came on to show us his new collectibles.
Some unboxing. Yeah, if you have like blind bags or stuff you want to unbox, we would invite you to come on. If you have a Chrome browser or if you have the StreamYard app, you can join us in studio and actually come on and share it with everyone.
Yeah, and last week I unboxed this Luke Skywalker right over here.
Yes.
A gentle giant jumbo Luke Skywalker.
Yes, you did.
Lots and lots of fun. But now, speaking of fun, let's talk about today in Star Wars history, the books, Volume 1 and 2, and Skywalking Through My Fandom, the interactive notebook. If you'd like them, we know where to get them. skywalkingthrough-neverland.com/book, and that's where you can get them autographed. We just sent out some copies yesterday.
All right, and Skywalkers, you can also support Skywalking Through Neverland. If this is one of your favorite podcasts, if you listen to us every week, consider supporting us through the Patreon, which is our Skywalking Force. And if you do, you get access to bonus content in the form of our discussions on past Disney Plus shows. Agatha All Along is coming out like next week. Oh my gosh. And also you
Agatha
get
is coming along next week.
yes, and you get coupon codes to use for our books. And this bonus content begins really at only $5 a month. So head to skywalkingforce.com, have a look at the options available. And once again, a huge, huge thank you to those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we also want to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park or a Disney cruise? Well, you can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so take advantage of it and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
All right, Skywalkers, it's your time. This is it. We are part of the Skywalking Network,
Skynet.
where you can find other great shows like Talking Apes.
Where this week we're going to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the TV series.
Woohoo! Also, the Max Effects podcast.
Who the last episode we re-aired because Max Cervantes talked about his time working on the first Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
And
we
all the
worked on
effects.
special effects of Beetlejuice. It's a fascinating conversation.
Also, the Neverland Clubhouse, Totally Tell Me Everything, Star Warsologies, and the YouTube shows, Collectopolis, and Today in Star Wars History. Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And
Always remember to never say the same thing at the same time as your parent.
yes, and don't worry, you don't look like a crypt keeper. That's what she says, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like the crypt keeper.
And
Neverland on Alderaan.
especially on a Freaky Friday.
Skynet. Julie, you got it. You were the one. And I don't know what autocorrected, but fun. Okay, everyone. That was everything. I'm going to hit stop. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. Good. Richard, you've been working hard at editing.
Yes.
I've been working hard at our errands that
I'm
we
gonna
need to
end
do.
the stream.
Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
joining us.